What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt Branch, and today we're going to be talking about segregated funds. So I'm going to hop right into it. No need for an intro. You guys know who I am. And we're going to be talking about the segregated funds. Now, these are one of the most controversial investments in Canada, and I feel like there's a lot of misinformation about them. So that's what led me to make this video here today. So what is a segregated fund? A segregated fund is an investment wrapped in insurance. It comes with guarantees. It comes with growth potential like an investment, but with that back security of the insurance. We'll get more into that later in the video. Now, these are similar to mutual funds in the way that they're invested, but do come with added protection. Now, seg funds are good for people who are nearing retirement or already retired, who are looking for market exposure without the added risk of market volatility. They want some guarantees to their investment. They're also extremely good for people who are wanting to bypass probate and actually have a named beneficiary. So if you're not aware, if you're just holding an investment and you pass away, those funds will go through probate. So that comes with taxes, and then more so it comes with complications when it comes to who's going to get what amount of money when you pass away. Not only bypassing probate, but actually naming a beneficiary. So, let's say if you were to pass away, those funds will be directly transferred to your named beneficiary. So that could be your son, daughter, wife, whoever it is. Those funds will get directly deposited into your spouse's account. On top of those benefits, people who are business owners, entrepreneurs, the segregated funds come with creditor protection. So creditors cannot attack those funds because they're held within an insurance wrapper. So that could be extremely beneficial in case someone trips and falls at your location, at your store, or a tenant falls and trips on ice and tries to sue you. It can't go after those investments being held in the seg fund. And last but not least, people who are more conservative with their investments and they just want those secure guarantees with some sort of market growth. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of seg funds. Now, I'm going to start with the cons. We're going to go over it. We're going to get those over with so then we can talk about the pros. So right off the bat, if you guys are familiar with seg funds, the management expenses are extremely high compared to other investments. Even considering mutual funds, they're more likely going to be a little bit more expensive than mutual funds. Now, I'm not saying all segregated funds are like this, but for the most part, they are going to be statistically higher than mutual funds.
The price I'm paying for this stock, Mr. Morse, you are going to be a very rich man.
Another con is it's actually limited selection, so you don't have as many investments compared to ETFs, mutual funds, and other investments like that. Your options are going to be slightly limited in what funds you're choosing. With that said, I don't want to talk smack about them because there are definitely good options out there. It's just a limited amount of options for you compared to other investments. And then the last con is locked in periods. So sometimes insurance companies will lock in your money for a certain amount of time, but there is liquidity in some of these. I'm not saying they're all like this, but like I said, you have to be careful about who you work with in setting up these investments, because sometimes there is expenses to liquidating them prematurely before the maturity. So now that we talked about the cons, let's talk about the pros. So with the pros to segregated funds, it actually offers principal protection. So let's say if you were going to invest $100,000, you can actually have those guarantees up to 100% of the principal that you invested all the way down to 75%. So it's either 75 or 100% guaranteed on the principal, and also with your death benefit. So because this is wrapped in insurance, you also get a death benefit guarantee, and it's the same thing. It's up to 100% of what you put in, all the way down to 75% of what you put in.
There's literally no downside.
Another pro is this isn't just insurance, this is an investment. So with that said, you have the upside potential of the stock market. This does come with market exposure, which means you can invest in equities, bonds, fixed income, whatever it is. You do have some market exposure here.
Huge upside potential with very little downside risk.
Another pro comes with bypass of probate and a direct beneficiary payout. So what that means is when you pass away, your investments gets automatically passed down to the next generation or your spouse or your kids, whoever it is. It bypasses probate in general. If you know anything about probate, it could be an extremely lengthy amount of time between when your investment gets passed down and who gets it. It can get kind of messy with your family. So it's actually a good thing that you can get that all sorted out ahead of time. Obviously, I already touched on this, but another pro is the creditor protection. If someone was going to slip on your property or something were to happen to them and they go to sue you, these segregated funds can shield you from creditors attacking your business or your investments. And this is specifically good for business owners who have assets that they don't want people attacking if anything were to happen. The last pro here I wanted to touch on, obviously there might be more, but I'm only going to talk about the top pros of this, is automatic resets. So it actually allows you to lock in gains and reset the guarantee. So if you want to pull some gains out and reset the seg fund, you're absolutely able to do that, which is good for some people who are in early retirement who want some cash flow. Maybe they want to go on a vacation, buy that new car, M4 competition preferably, whatever it is, you're allowed resets within the seg fund, which essentially just resets it and kind of starts you from whatever amount you're taking out. So the last thing I want to touch on about segregated funds is, in my opinion, the people that will benefit from segregated funds the most. And those people are people who are nearing retirement or people who are already retired. So I have 3 points I want to make, and let's just dive right into it. So number one, you can take on more growth potential with riskier investments without worrying about the market crashing because of those principal guarantees and because of the death benefit guarantees. So let's say if you had a riskier investment and the market crashes, you don't actually have to worry because you're secured with the insurance wrapped around the investment. So you're actually guaranteed at least 75 or 100% of the investment. With that said, with those principal guarantees, you also have that death benefit guarantee. So let's say you unfortunately pass away, you know that your family will get your investments passed down. Even if the market collapses, a certain amount will be paid out to your family, bypassing probate altogether. The last point I want to make about these segregated funds is that gains can be locked in over time, allowing retirees to actually secure their profits without losing out on the upswings of the stock market or the funds that they're invested in. Segregated funds are definitely a complex investment with the insurance wrapper wrapped around. And if you still are kind of confused about these and whether or not these are for you or not, I would love to be able to help you out. You could leave me a comment below, or you can book a free clarity call and we could chat about this. I'm helping people who are closing in on retirement or already retired, getting their plan set up, and I'd be more than happy to kind of walk you through it, talk about it, see if this is even something right for you. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.